Drop it.
Yeah. Those Eagles, y'all. Phillies. Yeah. 76ers. Take 215. About to go live. We elite boy street Philly on the rise. Wise guys, no surprise. Haters will despise. We debate every take. Hit the like and subscribe.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Take 215.
Yeah, yes, sir.
My name is Deja. It's my dad, Ryan.
Yes, sir.
And football is back.
We're back, guys.
We're so back.
We're back and better than ever. We're so back.
So how was your Sunday?
Man, my Sunday was awesome. I
Yeah.
just got to relax and enjoy the games and and just relax, man.
Same, because our birds already got that out the way.
Yeah.
So I ate chips and salsa and drank 5 Modelo's.
5 Modelo's. Man, I had 1 oatmeal cookie and 3 protein shakes.
Big differences, huh?
Yeah. You know what I mean? Go figure. Yep.
But yeah, so we're back.
Yeah, we back, guys.
NFL kickoff has been an exciting Thursday through Sunday.
Yes, it has. It has.
It's Monday now that we're filming. San Fran and the Jets are currently playing. Gotta hope my parlays hit.
Okay, but you and that gambling.
But anyway, thank y'all for tuning back in. Make sure you like and subscribe.
Yes.
Follow us wherever you get your podcasts. All of our social medias and everything will be linked down below. Before we get into it, we want to shout out other Sean for joining us last week. It was a really good episode.
Sean Briggs. Shout out to Sean Briggs.
Yes, thank you for joining us. Hopefully you had a good time. It was nice to have you.
Hopefully we get you back before the season's over.
Yeah, one of them Dallas games, but before, not after.
Yeah.
Never know how that's gonna go. Shout out Dakota Rain. Shout out Dakota Rain. He got his money.
Yeah, Dak got his money. Dak got them. I didn't think he was going to get it.
Me neither.
Jerry Jones.
We can't get back into Gerald Wayne, but
I think I think he do like to do stuff for the headlines.
He like it. Like as soon as it's a draw for him. Like he waited. So they talked about the Cowboys all season,
summer long. Yeah,
all summer long, just for him to pay him each and every penny that they was worth. Now Dak is now the highest paid quarterback in the league. How one feels about that is still TBD.
That's up for debate.
But
even the people on ESPN said he tricked us. He waited to the first day to sign, and we was talking about him all summer.
Yeah, that's what he likes. That's what he likes. He's a businessman, Gerald Wayne. That's what he likes.
He's attention junkie.
Yeah, he is. So his days, well, hopefully they get that Super Bowl. Well, hopefully they don't get it. I'm sorry, I'm going to take that back. But I wanted to say before, he leaves us, but we don't know.
None of us knows. To be determined for everybody.
Anyway, shout out Dak. He did, even though we, boo Cowboys, I did. Does he deserve to be the highest paid quarterback? Absolutely not. But did he deserve to get paid? Yes, because there was nobody else out there that the Cowboys could get that was better.
Better than Dak.
No. Yeah.
He's a top 10 quarterback.
He will constantly get you 12 wins, but that's it.
Yeah, he's a top 10 quarterback.
Yeah, there was nobody else.
He's better than second cousin.
Yeah, he is. Somebody said Jerry watched that Colorado game and immediately paid Dak because he saw.
Oh man!
Because he been waiting. It's been rumors circulating.
Yeah.
So they say he seen that and woke up the next morning and said, "Let's get it done."
Yeah.
But anyway, we'll go ahead and jump right into this week's topics.
Yes, sir.
The birds are back.
The birds are back.
The birds are back in town.
Back in town.
Green Bay.
In
San Paulo. How you say it?
San Paulo.
I don't think that's how you say it. How do you say it? San Paulo. San Paulo, Brazil.
San Paulo.
Brazil. Green Bay 29, Eagles 34.
Wow.
Came out with a dub in South America.
Yeah, boy.
10-hour plane ride.
Yes.
But we got down there.
Have that.
Yeah, they couldn't do no fraternizing outside of the hotel room.
They rode 10 hours. They flew 10 hours to play on a slip and slide.
Yeah.
Like when
soccer field.
When I was little.
Yeah. Them still out though. Slip and slide still out. Yeah, they still out. But was y'all slip and slide like hefty garbage bags that y'all put?
No, we had like a little.
Oh, y'all had real ones?
Yeah, little runway joint. You know what I mean?
Anywho, that's a soccer field that they was playing on.
It was terrible.
Those guys that play soccer, they a butt 65 max. You got 203. You got big men on there. That, you know, and that's not the type of game that they play, you know, on that field. But anyway, like I said, Eagles 34, Green Bay 29. It felt kind of like a preseason game.
Yeah, it was. And I had to take into consideration that because they didn't play none of the starters during the preseason.
No,
so they didn't play none since last year.
How do you feel about that? I was asking Joe about that.
I'd rather
them play.
No, I'd rather them don't play.
Yeah,
that's just me because it's not worth when your star players getting hurt during preseason. It's just not.
So
worth
you
it.
take the 2-3 turnovers that might happen.
I'll take that.
Okay.
I'll take a first game loss because they're rusty, rather than taking the risk of getting them hurt in the
and you can't.
The preseason. That's just where I'm at.
And you can't really you can look at it either way because I think last year we didn't play. We started off 10-1.
Yeah.
And so you can't really ever blame it on that because y'all wasn't saying, oh, they need to play in the preseason when we started off 10-1.
Yeah.
So it just depends on how you look at it. But I definitely I see both sides of it. It just I didn't start getting my nervous gut until the end of the game because even the beginning of the game didn't even feel that real. It felt like it was a preseason game. Something about it.
Yeah,
maybe,
it was just
maybe because it was in Brazil.
Yeah, it was just it was a different feel to it. It was a different feel to it, and it's still a lot of moving parts that they just hadn't took no snaps together.
No real. Oh, they say they did, but whatever. We know it's different when you out with
game
this.
time.
Yeah, game time is different. But I think somebody made it a joke. They was like, this game, because it was so good, deserves to be in front of the Philly fans, not these Brazilians that don't know what the hell is going on.
Yeah.
I seen every jersey of 32 teams out there.
I seen that. Every jersey.
Every jersey. I saw every jersey. Maybe not Carolina jersey, because who wants to wear that? Boo.
I know I saw Washington. I saw
Cincinnati, Buffalo.
Yeah.
I saw Dallas, obviously Green Bay, Philly. I saw Cowboys. I was keeping a mental note. I said, these people just happy to be here. They hear all vibes. They drunk. It might be other stuff.
That was crazy.
They was just happy to be there.
I know that commentator was so happy. He was
and the
into
people
it.
was happy.
He was into it. Yeah, he was.
Shout out
it.
Brazil. I
Brazil.
heard it's a lovely place. Even though I feel like it just got a little bit of a bad rap because of all the don't do's. All countries are different.
But I can see why it's a lot going on because in that little city right there,
so many
it's
people.
like 23 million people, compact. And that they got more people in one city than China do.
Okay, wait, it's getting offensive.
I know, but China got
a big population. Yeah, it is. It's a huge population. But speaking of Saquon Barkley,
Saquon, say.
Oh God, I felt like I needed to say a prayer to Saquon. Like, how did this happen?
How did we get Saquon Barkley?
Yes. It just didn't even feel real. Is this my life? Like Saquon Barkley, 24 carries, 109 yards, 2 touchdowns, and then he had a receiving touchdown. He caught for 23 yards, and like I said, as well, a receiving touchdown. I mean, so he totaled 3 touchdowns and almost.
And then he almost broke a 4th one.
Yeah, he almost broke a 4th one, and it was on AJ Brown. Love you, AJ Brown, but AJ Brown missed that block, and he turned around. I rewatched it, and he turned around to Smitty as soon as he missed it, and then he said, "Yeah, Saquon should have had 4." AJ kind of missed the block, but Saquon could have also cut the other way. So 2 things could have happened.
That little guy, man, he just
built low to the ground.
I know he shoots out a hole.
Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy to watch him in an Eagles uniform. Like,
wow, I know, man.
Yeah, and then watching the piss poor Giants yesterday.
Wow, like trash.
And those stupid uniforms.
Wow.
Just all bad, all the way
But
around.
you know what, though? I'm happy for
Saquon. I'm happy for him.
I'm happy for Saquon, man, because he took so much scrutiny about leaving and this and that. And
even though they let him walk out the door.
Let him walk out the door. But, I mean, kudos to Saquon, man. And he's a good brother. I'm just happy for him.
You got to think
for him succeeding, man, because especially that first game. I mean, how
you got to,
awesome.
That's probably felt surreal to him, and you just got to think of all of the, time, and just even I've kind of always felt bad for him, like because I liked him and I knew what type of running back he could be. He's that of, but it's just like Christian McCaffrey. Christian McCaffrey left Carolina and went to San Fran, and not today because for some reason he ain't playing. And then I feel like it's gonna be the same type with Saquon leaving the Giants and coming.
And then everybody, they just want to, but he stay hurt, this and that. I mean, everybody get hurt in the NFL.
Running backs,
and
this
then
is an
all
injury
the
prone
Giants
position.
fans, my next door neighbor, this is his summer home next door, and he said, "Yeah, y'all got Saquon, but he ain't got that step no more. I can't wait till he come back home."
Do you know how many people said he was washed? And commentator, how many people said who pays that much? Like we overpay, and how we don't even pay running backs.
Nope.
That how we don't believe in that. So you got to know that, definitely there was something.
He earned a good amount of that check for that first game.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So I just know that it even felt surreal to him. I know he probably thinks the sky's the limit. Like just based off of the one game.
And I love it how when you could put him out on a 5 wide receiver set.
And they couldn't do it.
Oh, my God.
And they would leave Dallas Goedert or Grant Calcaterra open every time because you got to pick your points.
Catches.
Yeah, because you got to pick your poison. So it was Dallas Goedert one time, Saquon Barkley, Jahan Dotson, A.J. Brown, and who am I missing? And Dallas or Grant? No, Smitty. Who you going? Who? They leaving the tight end open.
And then as evidence of and then Smitty was quiet all game, but then the last quarter he went crazy.
Well, he won the game for us.
Yes, last quarter.
Yeah, I think him and Jalen single-handedly put that, And honestly, I felt good seeing that because that reminded me of our Super Bowl run where we could just get the ball and just milk the clock. Like there was almost 8 minutes left on the clock.
It was 7:16.
Yeah.
And that last drive was epic.
Yeah.
I mean, just running down the clock and I mean that was that's what we did.
The Super Bowl run.
We sure did.
So Jalen Hurts was 20 of 34, threw for 278 yards, 2 tutties, and 2 picks.
Right. He was a little rusty.
He was. And he had 2 fumbles. One was his. I don't think either one was his fault. I think it's him and Cam Jurgens trying to get on the same page. The one was certainly not his fault. He was still in his cadence. He wasn't even calling for the ball yet.
Don't get me wrong. I love Jason Kelce, but if I hear his name one more time.
But this is the Taylor Swift effect. This has nothing to do with Jason Kelce. This is the Taylor Swift effect. She's done it for the whole family. Ain't that crazy?
She what now?
This is the Taylor Swift effect. Like her dating Travis, and now people care more about Jason and his wife. It's the Taylor Swift effect. It's like, yeah.
I was just talking about how they said, he missed. You
talking about just the commentators?
The commentators.
Oh, we gonna hear that all night long.
Yeah.
Remember when they said it, I said, guess how many times we gonna hear that this season?
Yeah.
Definitely.
They're missing Jason Kelce.
Yeah,
we miss him. So what?
Yeah, he's literally a Hall of Famer. So, but shout out Jason Kelce. This is his. Today was his first day in his new gig, Monday Night Football. He got somebody fired, maybe Randy Moss or somebody. He took Randy Moss' spot.
But Randy Moss was still on television.
He is, but he ain't doing no Monday Night Countdown.
He's not doing Monday Night Countdown. No, he was with Greeny.
On Get Up?
No, on the...
something else?
He was with Greeny on... They do something...
I hate Greeny.
What did they do on... They did something like for 2 hours or 2 hour show.
Before the game?
Yeah, on Sundays. Sunday morning. Greeny got a new show.
Okay.
Sunday count. Greeny got a new show on Sundays now.
Because it was
Randy Moss on that.
Randy Moss, Ryan Clark, the girl, or Scott Van Pelt, and somebody. But now it's Swagoo, Jason Kelce, Ryan Clark, and Scott Van Pelt.
Right now, but Randy Moss went over with Greeny on
but because of Jason Kelce.
Yeah. So he's still, and that's like a 2 hour show. So he still gets his money. Shout out to Randy.
Yeah, I guess.
You got mossed.
So when it comes to Jalen's 2 picks, or just not his just 2 picks, the play all together, what would you kind of rank it? Or is there cause for concern or?
Nah, it's because it's just one game for me.
Okay.
Even though he did turn the ball over last year a lot.
Led the league.
Yeah, but that one pick that he drew when we had points, I really did like that. Zone. And then it was like, he almost threw 2 picks before that.
Yeah, he could have had 4.
That whole sequence was kind of...
And it was almost coming. Like, it was just showing you foreshadowing.
That whole sequence. So, but hopefully they get back. Because when you're that deep...
In the end zone, you kind of come away with points.
Don't take risks.
Yeah.
Just throw it away.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? Because we at least could have
He threw across his body. A.J. Brown was flagging out the ball.
And then he almost threw an interception to Jahad Johnson.
Yes. He threw one identical to that. He threw one identical... Okay. Sorry, that was my timer. I don't know what the heck's going on. He threw one identical to that last year against New York anyway. But I think the first pick was worse because he just lofted it up there like he was playing target practice, and he didn't even throw it hard to hit Smitty.
But he
didn't see that.
He didn't get enough air under it.
No, that's what I'm saying. It was so soft.
But that safety did make a heck of a play because he came way.
Yeah, he didn't see the safety. I don't think he saw the safety.
He came way over there to make that.
Yeah.
So
Go ahead.
But still, that was
that one pissed me off even worse because
so.
it was, and then then I think the fumble snap.
But you know what though? I'm always a positive guy, and I look at the glass half full. That's how I live my life.
Okay.
And I was like, this cat turned the ball over. We turned the ball over 4 times and still won. 3 times and still put up 34 points.
Yeah, I was watching one of them shows today, and they were like, "Is this a bad sign or a good sign?" And they were like, I mean, or just a bad game or a bad sign for Jalen Hurts. And somebody was like, I just feel like it's a bad sign because they turned the ball over 3 times and they won the game and scored 30-plus points.
You said it's a bad sign, you said?
No, just a bad game.
Bad game. You said okay.
Bad game. Like they turned the ball over 3 times. They put up 34 points and won the game.
And
like those 3 things don't normally happen.
No, normally when you lose the turnover battle,
you lose the game.
You lose the game.
So you still have to give kudos where it's due. It's like, you know, that we still found a way to win the game because Green Bay could have put us away multiple times.
Guess what, y'all? You know what I mean? Jalen played like he played, but trust me, Green Bay ain't no slouch. You see that thing they put on Dallas and almost beat San Francisco in the playoffs last year.
Green Bay, and everybody picked Green Bay to win, remember? Look, can't forget that. Everybody picked Green Bay to
win.
Everybody picked Green Bay is a very formidable team. I'm very...
so I'm proud of them to get that win.
Yeah.
I didn't, you know, it was up in the air for me whether they was going to win or lose that game.
I felt like we was going to win because if they went all the way down to the lose, I wasn't going to be dealing with them.
But Green Bay ain't no slouch, so...
Oh, my God. I'm not saying that they are. I think they're going to be... Now, with Jordan Love's injury, he's going to be out for 3 to 6 weeks. So I don't know...
3 to 6?
Yeah. So, I hate that.
I don't know what Willis is going to do.
I was about to say, who's Willis?
The quarterback?
Yeah, Malik Willis is the backup quarterback. I don't really know what that's going to look like. If maybe he can at least keep them above 500. You know, at 500 or so, because they still do got some really, really good young guys on that roster. Like they're going to be a good team.
And then Jacob started running in the second half.
Yes, God. So how do you feel about the defense?
The defense. Oh man, I'm excited about the defense. We
did give up 400 yards.
I know, but we was missing 2 of our starters. We was missing Isaiah Rodgers and we was missing Devin White in the middle.
Yeah,
and sometimes Jacoby Dean was getting lost in the sauce.
He was. He almost
But guess what though? That daggone Zach Bond is a beast.
Yeah, we got him from New Orleans, right?
And this is the first time I ever played linebacker.
Really? What was he in New Orleans?
In New Orleans, he was something. He wasn't playing that position.
Oh.
Yes, and he was beasted.
Yeah.
I mean, I was so happy for him.
The game-winning sack and everything. So
So the defense, I can't really put my final touches on that until I see Devin White and Isaiah Rodgers come back.
Mm-hmm, okay. You think they're gonna make that much of a difference?
I didn't see too much. I didn't see too much from front forward in the pass rush.
The pass rush is sus.
Yeah,
it's sus.
And Bryce Hustle MIA.
He did.
He was on a milk box carton.
This is
he was.
Somebody pointed out that grass doesn't allow for the pass rush.
I can see that.
These big N-words need to plant into the ground, and so there was some reasons that they thought that maybe the pass rush was a little bit more hush than it could have been. Like you need to be able to plant your feet and go, and they really couldn't do that on that type of grass.
But you know what though, man? I was so proud of those guys, that defense at the beginning of the game. They won us the game. Holding Green Bay to them field goals.
Off all 3 of our turnovers.
I was proud of those guys. And, you know, they could say Nick Fangio is 100
Vic, are you keep saying Nick?
Vic.
I thought you said Nick Fangio.
I did say Nick.
Oh.
But they say, he's talking about he's 100 years old, he don't know what he's doing. It's a difference in that mentality, that defense. I can see it.
Yeah, he like old school knock your head coach.
Yeah, I can see it.
You look like he might hit him.
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah.
Make you sit
in the corner.
Yeah, he's like real old school, like somebody granddaddy.
Yeah.
So I think
I'm loving it so far.
Yeah, but on all 3 of our turnovers, they held the defense, Green Bay's offense is 6-3. So yeah.
Yeah, so shout out to the defense.
Yeah, CJ Gardner-Johnson did get that one play, but he played so good the rest of the game.
But when he got lost in that coverage, he was covering from somebody.
Safety, so he was coming.
Yeah, but then he slid. When he slid, and missed that touchdown. Yeah, he did slide and missed that play.
And I hate the internet because they just don't let nobody live. That's the one play that they keep replaying, and then they bring it back the clip where CJ Gardner-Johnson said, "I'm wearing number 8 to honor Kobe." They said Kobe seen that and rolled in his grave.
But you know what though?
Like he played good.
But you know what though? I don't know where he's supposed to be, but he was way over there. I just thought somebody else, maybe somebody.
Was that the jet sweep one or the 60-yard? That was a 70-yard bomb.
But I think but that play looked like it was a busted play, but it just seemed like
because it was just him.
He was so far out of position because he was way over there.
But sometimes I don't like. The way he tackles, like he just dive at somebody's feet. He don't really wrap nobody up. He don't really wrap nobody up.
Oh, yeah, he's supposed to be in the middle.
What was Reed at?
I don't know, but the court so evidently the quarterback let him go. But it was a scramble play too. So the play was like
broken play a little bit.
Broken play a little bit.
It was in cover 3.
There was a cover 3.
CJ had the middle third. The guy is coming across.
And he's supposed to run with him to come. You stay with it.
So
and Reed went the other way. They crawl. Yeah.
Right.
So, but it was just the way he dived down. Like, I think if he tried to, use his arms a little bit more.
But you know what, though?
All in all, though, we needed him back.
Your broken plays happen, stuff like that. So I ain't going to nail him to the cross for it.
Yeah, sorry.
I ain't going to, but all in all, though, I'm glad he's better than anything we got. And I just see him,
he gives us that oomph back, that attitude, that mentality, that swag, the dog mentality.
That swagger. We need that back there.
So all in all, like I'm happy to have him back. I'm excited to see what comes of this because, like I said, Green Bay is a really, really good team. Most people pick them to win. Most sports
everybody's picking Green Bay to win. And you know what though? And I'm really I want to give a shout out to Quinyon Mitchell too, man.
Oh,
that rook played
I think
good.
he's gonna be. I think his ceiling is very, very high this year. This year, like I wouldn't be surprised if he's like rookie of the year or something.
Because he was, and he talked junk to you and everything like that.
Yeah, and I like that he's just don't back down from the task because he's gonna go up against some receivers this year, some juggernaut receivers.
And it makes them better going against AJ Brown during practice.
Yeah, and Smitty. Is he getting the number 2? Slade taking the number 1, right? No, they're gonna put him back in the slot.
And Isaiah Rodgers is gonna be on the corner. And sit mini me down.
Who? Avante?
Yeah.
Why you calling mini me?
He just looked so short when the guy caught that touchdown on him. It looked like he was pulling at his belt from the back.
Just riding out. It's like mini me.
Yeah. Looking like a hobbit with dreads.
Shout out to Vontae Maddox.
Shout out to Maddox, man. Shout out to Vontae Maddox.
Speaking about Jordan Love, like I hate that happened the way it happened, and the fact that it happened in there was only in 10 seconds left in the game. Mm-hmm. It was a clean play. Like Jalen Carter was wrapping him up at the legs because he was still upright, and if you still upright, you can still get that ball off. Right. So Jalen Carter showed his DMs, and he getting all types of death threats. Like wish you dead. This person did. I hope you die. You black audience. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
But he was just holding on to him.
It wasn't a dirty play.
No, it wasn't.
And I was watching.
Because if it was, he would have got fined.
Right. And people would have been talking about it. I was watching, I think it was Nightcap or one of them shows, and they were sharing. It was like, it's football. You go get tackled. And and sometimes you go get hurt.
And he was just holding on.
He didn't bend or twist it. He was holding on, trying to push him down.
Somebody else pushed him.
Yeah, but if you still upright, you can still get the ball off. So doing what he's supposed to do. So he did get death threats. But he's an emotional young man. Oh, and they calling him, this murderer. It's getting, getting, but he's already very emotional, obviously about that. Mentally. Yeah, obviously about that situation with his friends and stuff too. So I just hope that don't really But he's he put out an apology. He's like, I didn't, I'm praying for Jordan Love. It wasn't a dirty play because he would have gotten fined if it was a dirty play. How you feel about this new dynamic kickoff? Is what they calling it. I think it's pee-wee.
It looks like flag football or something. I don't know what
it don't look real. Everybody froze.
Stand still. We used to have them games back in the day where
the blue and the green man.
Yeah, and the field used to vibrate. It looked like they're doing that.
Yeah,
it's
I don't
crazy.
They're really trying to hunker down on the impact plays and that sort of thing because I think that was a similar play where Damar Hamlin got hurt on. I think it was a kickoff return.
Right. Okay.
So they're trying to just clean up some of those collisions. So I get it, but it looks stupid.
It looks crazy.
Yeah. But anyway, so I guess pivoting into some other games, some other NFC games, NFC East, all of NFC. So what do you so Cowboys beat the Browns.
Yeah. Deshaun Freaky Man looked like he trashed.
Does he get back to what he once was in Houston?
He need to get back on that massage table.
Okay.
Quick.
You know what they were doing?
Go.
You know the scene for Rush Hour 2 where Chris Tucker picking out all the Asian girls?
Yeah.
Do you know?
Yeah.
But anyway.
He played like he was.
They were missing 2 starting O-line.
Sure
right,
was.
Yeah. And then
yeah.
they had Micah Parsons, and that D-line is ferocious.
Yeah, Michael Parsons does do his thing.
Yeah.
But still, he just didn't.
It didn't look good.
It didn't look good. But like I said, it's one game, so I'm not going to condemn him for this one game. But
yeah, we can't keep giving him the excuse of, he ain't played because he was this, he was hurt. Like I think it's time. I think if they don't, it looked bad.
They might need to be drafting another quarterback next draft.
You know how much money they get?
He robbed them. He ain't played it. He hadn't played, what, 12?
A whole season. He didn't play in Houston after that stuff.
Last year he only played
a few games because he got hurt. You know what's ironic is Baker Mayfield is playing better than him and has been playing better than him.
Wow.
You can't make this up. The Bake Show has been doing his thing, and Deshaun Watson has been MIA at masseuse parlors. No, we got it.
Freaky man.
Shout out to Deshaun Watson.
Shout out to Freaky Man.
So Cowboys get a dub.
Yep.
Washington lost to Tampa Bay. They, I think it was like 17-30.
Yeah.
Something 34.
And so Dallas Eagles 1-0, and
the Giants was piss poor.
Oh man, Mr. Saquon for real.
Yeah, I mean
Saquon couldn't help in that game.
No, he can't ever help him. Because what is the game plan when you play the Giants? Shut down Saquon Barkley. That's all you ever had to do.
And their running game was non-existent.
I mean, he could bust loose for a few, but only. Are you talking about recently? Yesterday or Sunday? Yeah. They lost to the Giants 28-6. I mean, they lost to the Vikings 28-6.
They got Sam Darnold looking like Tom Brady.
They sure do. The Panthers lost to the Saints 47-10. I was, one of my friends in Charlotte. I think she said she went to a bar to watch the game. They shut it off.
They shut it off.
You know how bad that is. They shut it off at a bar. Okay, and did you get to watch any of that Texans and Colts games?
No, I didn't. No.
Them 2 boys gonna be good. Anthony Richardson, CJ Stroud.
Yeah.
That's the blackety-black future of the league.
I already know CJ was gonna do it, but
Anthony Richardson got an arm on him.
But they lost though, didn't they?
The Texans won. Yeah, it was 29-27.
Yeah.
Very close game. Good game. And then the Caleb Williams debut. He do you believe that they won that game and did not score one offensive possession? It was a blocked field goal, a pick six, and then I think 3 field goals.
Yeah, so the Titans gave that game away.
They did. Will Levis dropped his knees. I don't really know what they'll turn out to be, Will Levis and co.
Yeah, but Chicago, I don't think he broke history though. First time number 1 quarterback won their first game. So
really, and that normally second time.
Derek
Carr did it too. 50 years ago. No, I'm kidding.
But normally they don't win their first game. So
and
shout
then
out to him for that. At least he
first
won.
cousins, second cousins didn't look so good against Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I know.
They lost 18-10. Nobody, do you believe all 18 of those points was the kicker?
Wow.
Chris, Uncle Matt, what's going on? It was like 8 kicks.
They couldn't punch it in the red zone.
No, and Russell didn't play. It was Justin Fields, but he did look good. He looked comfortable.
He sure did. A couple of passes.
Yeah, he did. But yeah, Chris Boswell single-handedly scored 18 points.
Give him the game ball.
Yeah, because ain't nobody else did nothing.
Yeah, give him the game ball.
So they beat the Falcons 18-10 in Atlanta, and some of the people in Atlanta realized that second cousins might.
Well, they got a backup. They got a young boy.
They gonna start screaming for him. What's his name? Michael Penix Jr. Penix Jr.
Penix, yeah.
Penix Jr.
Yeah. So I'll look to see him soon.
Yeah.
It's only one game.
Not you look to see him soon. Kirk Cousins is a professional finesser, robber, scammer. He's a generational scammer. Do you hear me?
I got to give him his props on that.
He's gotten record-breaking deals from Washington, Minnesota, and Atlanta and ain't done a damn thing.
He got generational wealth.
Yes, and ain't done a damn thing.
I ain't mad at him.
You just ought to be.
No, get his money.
No. If it was a BLK man, I'd be behind it. But now he don't deserve none of that.
Hey, look, sometimes he wear them silver chains.
Yeah.
Maybe I can, black sometimes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Anyway, they got him down in Atlanta after all them chains, and it seems to be it's one game. It's one game.
I think we overreacted.
But guess who they got next? The Eagles and then the Chiefs.
Right.
So it ain't gonna get no easier for them.
Oh, yeah. So hopefully we can knock them off.
Yes. We opened up as I think 5-6 point favorites.
Okay.
Game's gonna be at the link.
Yeah,
that'll be exciting.
That'll be. I can't wait for that.
Yeah, that'll be exciting. I would imagine it should be fairly. I'm not gonna say easy, but I don't. Well, this is what I'm gonna say. We shouldn't struggle.
Yeah. Well, we shouldn't.
We shouldn't struggle.
Yeah, we shouldn't.
Things happen, but we shouldn't struggle. Atlanta's defense, I think, is good.
Yeah.
I think if we can shut down Bijan Robinson, and I think if we can rattle Kirk, he will throw us the ball.
Yeah.
I think as long as we don't turn it over, we should win convincingly. That's what I think. If we don't turn the ball over, if we turn the ball over, everything's out the window.
Right, out the window. Yeah.
At the window.
Yeah. So hopefully, but I don't underestimate no
I'm not
team.
underestimating the teams, but look, I'm talking about on the paper.
Right.
Just
on
looking
paper,
at it.
Look like it should be.
And
but
sometimes you got to call it like it is. We should not struggle against the Atlanta Falcons, and if we do, then we are not who I thought we are.
Yeah,
and that's just
we'll see.
That's just how I think it should
Right.
be. There are going to be games that are going to be tough, and we have no problem saying when the games are tough. I'm not saying any game is easy, but we shouldn't struggle against the Falcons.
Hopefully they don't turn the ball over and play a little cleaner, and then we're gonna be at home.
Yes.
And we got a little bit of rest.
Yes, we're gonna call it a little mini bye.
And Nick Fangio got
Vic.
Vic.
It's only one Nick, and that's Sirianni.
He got 10 days of playing for him, so hopefully we'll.
And I think they put a lot of nasty stuff on tape.
Yeah.
On how to get to Kirk and rattle him, and anyway, so we'll see, and we're a little familiar with him because we played him so much, whether it be in Washington, Minnesota.
So hopefully it'll turn out good. I want to see them clean up their mistakes and stuff like that. And,
we won't be on no stinky field no more.
This will be a good game for us to really showcase the talent.
And we got to put the generational scammer. But anyway.
Yeah.
So before we get out of here, we're going to talk a little bit of Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek Hill
got detained on his way to the Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida before their game against the Jacksonville Jaguars yesterday.
Yeah.
So they cited him for speeding, they say. And obviously, the body cam footage was released, so most of y'all have probably seen it by now. We all have our thoughts on it. What are your thoughts?
My thoughts is I just think men have a lot of big egos, and especially police officers.
They be power tripping sometimes.
And I think. I just think the comment when he said "Don't knock on my window" like that
aggravated him.
I think that triggered Hernandez.
And then you can't call him Hernandez.
Oh, what's his name? I thought that's his name. Oh, I just thought that was his name. Oh,
so for those of you who didn't see it, obviously this fancy car. I don't even know. Look like a Lamborghini or something.
Suicide doors.
So suicide doors. They pull him over. They said he was speeding. They knocking on the window kind of crazy, knocking on the hard because the tent is so dark. He rolls it down. He hands him his driver's license and say, "Don't be knocking on my window that hard." And roll the window back up.
Right.
And he said, I'm not going to imitate him, but then that is kind of when I think, like you said, they started power tripping. They saw who it was. They said, "Oh, he think he can talk to us like this." He rolling, even though we just discussed this, rolling the window up after the cop take your driver's license, it's not against the rules.
No, because you got your air conditioner on, it's hot.
Yeah, or it's cold, or it's raining. They
Right.
take your driver's license and they go back and put it in their keyboard back there.
Right.
So that's not a thing that he did wrong. It's all that He said it. He told him, "Don't be knocking on my window like that.
Don't knock on my window that hard, twin."
Yeah. Damn, twin. So then they pull him out the car. It gets very violent. They pushing him down on the ground, and
just said
he said, "You do what we tell you to do." Da 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 da. And then he said, "Damn, twin."
He said, "I just had operation on my knee."
Yeah, that one was bad.
Yeah,
because they pushed him down hard.
He said, "Looked like you had the operation on your ears."
Is this a coincidence? It's not funny. He said, "Oh, it's a coincidence because you have an operation on your ears too, huh? You don't hear." They were power tripping.
Yeah.
I don't believe in any scenario that those cops didn't know who he was. Even once that he rolled the window down, you know who that is. You know who that is.
Yeah.
And then B, even if you don't, once you realize who it is, I feel like the cops didn't do anything to de-escalate the situation.
Right.
They kept you locking up, you putting Calais Campbell in cuffs, and then John U. Smith was the other guy that was in the Range Rover. He was like, "You dealing with me now? You're dealing with me now."
And they was about to lock him up too.
So I just feel like putting more players in handcuffs, you're not trying to de-escalate the situation. Instead of saying, "Guys, go ahead to the game. We gonna talk to him." They didn't do anything to de-escalate the situation, which is their job.
Right. But for all my other black young men that don't have money and it's not Tyreek Hill.
Oh yeah, we know we can't do that.
When you get pulled over,
it's 10-2.
When you get pulled over, just don't say nothing smart or nothing, because it could be your life.
And that's what Tyreek Hill said. He said, what if I want Tyreek Hill?
Yeah.
That happens all the time. Obviously, we're no stranger to that type of treatment from police. Obviously, but I just think that the police didn't pick and you got to pick and choose your battles. Still, you saw who that was. Yes, he was speeding. If you to me, I don't even think you should give him a ticket. But if you still want to be doing your job, give him the ticket and say you can't be speeding through here like that, and go ahead.
Yeah. But it was power trip.
They were.
Once he said about
don't knock on my window like that.
Hard, that's when and then zoom,
yeah.
And
instead,
then roll the window up.
They literally could have been like, "Yo,
Right.
They could have been like, Tyreek, it's cool. You can't be speeding through here like that. And I'm giving you a ticket, but don't do that next time." And it's over. Right. So I just think that they saw who he was, and then they said, "Oh, he gonna say this to us."
Yeah.
And then it just escalated the situation. Like I was saying earlier, if that's me or you, we ain't gonna say that because we understand that we not Tyreek Hill.
I ain't saying
but
nothing.
unfortunately,
Complying.
so I just and I think that they've already put one of the officers on administrative duties or leave or something.
One of them was on desk
Doing desk paperwork until they're investigating it. Tyreek Hill and his people are going to try to take legal action, and you can best believe. We were just saying, whoever the chief of police is, it's political.
Right.
He ain't gonna want this to. Yeah, he ain't gonna want this to turn into something that it doesn't have to be.
Right.
That city, that team, like you just. I would almost, at first I thought they were in Jacksonville. It would have made more sense.
Right.
Like, you work in the stadium for the game.
Yeah. I don't know if they was working the stadium.
They were. Like, I was watching a show and it said that when it's game days like that, they have extra police in the entrance. Yes.
Okay.
Not necessarily working the game, but they were on duty for the game because of the traffic coming into the game, the players, the fans, and everybody like that. So just for it to turn out to be that way when you're in, this is like your home team, you would almost thought that it would have been like he was in Jacksonville. That's what I thought. I thought he was in Jacksonville. They talking about the cop was Trevor Lawrence.
They stupid.
But anyway, so hopefully all is well with that. And I know he said it was traumatizing. I'm sure it was. But I'm glad that everything turned out. Me too. And they tried to say he wasn't arrested. He was detained. He was only being detained.
Well, shout out to Tyreek. I'm glad everything came out.
The cheetah, and he got his touch, and he got his
got his touchdown.
Yeah, got his touchdown. Did his little celebration. So. Shout out Tyreek.
Shout out Tyreek.
But yeah, you got any final parting words?
Well, I'm gonna give a shout out to Mike Merritt in Florida. We talked a little bit, try to get him on the show soon.
All right.
Shout out to Willie Merritt. And I'm gonna give a shout out to Rayon. I met her in the market rocking that Eagle gear this past Friday. She was rocking that number 17. Shout out to you. And that's about it. You got any shouts out? Shout out to anybody?
I know my parlay not looking good.
Oh man,
I might have to. Anyway,
but that's about it. I don't have. Yeah, that's about it.
Anyway, we want to thank y'all for tuning into another episode. We are going to be coming back to y'all every week now during football season.
It's like Marshall Lynch said, it's on.
So we're gonna be coming to y'all every week after Eagles game. So make sure y'all stay tuned for every episode. Hit that subscribe button if you aren't already. Make sure you follow us on all Instagram or on all social medias. Yeah, and without further ado,
that'll be it.
Thank y'all for tuning in.
Yes, and see y'all guys next week.
Bye.
Yes. Yeah.